Hey there folks, welcome to the Photo Video Show where we explore all things DSLR. I'm your host, Mark Puckett. On today's show, I wanted to do things just a little bit different. On a very rare occasion here and there, I will actually get questions posed to me about the type of photography that I like to do. So what I thought I was going to do is I'm going to show you some of my work and do a little bit of running commentary as I show it to you and kind of get your all's feedback about the type of stuff that I'm into. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get started. All right, starting off with a pro tip right off the bat. If you guys have not checked out 500 Pixels yet, you guys need to check it out. I know there's still a lot of dudes and girls and stuff that are out there on Flickr and other various photo sharing websites, but give 500 Pixels a chance if you've not checked it out. It is just an amazing presentation on this website is so good. All right, so moving right along. This is my profile here on 500 Pixels. Let's just go ahead and start with the first picture called Adorned Angel. Now, this picture I found at a graveyard. I post-processed the hell out of it to get it to look a specific way. I found this little angel right next to a headstone. Beautiful, interesting, gothic, timeless. There is just a lot about this picture that I personally love, and I know that a lot of other folks have commented on it and said that it's just, I don't know. They once again find joy in these kinds of photographs. There's something about religion that really messes with people's heads, and I'm not a religious guy at all, but just like this picture here, I named this one Cheap Devotion. I did some post-processing to this particular photograph. There were a lot of other headstones kind of around it, so I had to get rid of all of those. The shadow that it's casting is very powerful. Once again, there's just a lot about iconic religious symbolism that, I don't know, just pulls out that raw, visceral human emotion. And I just don't think that it's, I don't know, it's very illogical, but at the same time I can kind of see why people dig it. And I don't know, I've always enjoyed photographing those kind of things, so it makes me happy. And that's what art is all about. It has to make you happy. Now, this actually just originally started off to be some candids. We have a strong zombie culture here in Louisville, Kentucky, and we always have a zombie walk each and every year. Now, this particular year, my girlfriend Christine, who is pictured here, she did a great job on the makeup, and I don't know, I happened to capture this particular photograph and loved it so much. I know that at some point it will sell extremely well in the zombie lovers community. It could easily be used for a poster or anything like that, but for my own viewing pleasure, I just love the aesthetics of gothic, zombie-ish blood and gore, and so it makes me happy once again. This photograph here is of a friend of mine. His name is Shane. I was having him come over and do some zombie pics for me about 3 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. And this was taken in extremely low light. I really wanted to kind of get that gritty look with this particular photograph. Again, we have a very strong zombie culture where I live, and of course, it is spreading quite fast as zombieism does. And I don't know, it's just badass. And as low of light that I was actually working in, you can still see a lot of the hair fibers. I think I may even actually have darkened this picture just a smidge, just to kind of add to the drama. But again, it just makes me happy. Let's move along to this picture here. This is a friend of mine. Her name is Samantha, and her and her friend came over to do some zombie pics or some dead girl pics. I actually ended up calling them the Gore Girls. Lots of blood, lots of runny, messed up makeup and stuff like that. The eyes are the window to the soul, and her eyes in this picture were so strong, really harsh lights. I didn't soften up any of the lights whatsoever. And what I did is I ended up taking them down into a cellar. I live in a 109-year-old house. So we've got this really creepy old cellar, and it really kind of helped set the tone and the mood for some of these pictures. The ground is, very concrete and very cold, very unforgiving.
And you know, girls are naturally afraid of bugs and stuff for some reason, but this series came out so good. I just absolutely love this picture. So this was another one that she did. Again, same subject, same area, a little bit difference on the lighting, a lot of difference on the angle, but instead of being very raw in this one, in her eyes, they just sort of look dead, as if the soul has kind of left the body. So I find that very, very interesting and appealing. This picture here is a friend of mine. Her name is Lauren. Again, we have a mask that instead of showing the eyes, it actually kind of obscures the eyes. So I have a strong reaction to those kind of, I don't know, images where there are no eyes. You know, usually you can tell a lot about a person when you look into them. So this is a very disconcerting photograph because you can't see into the eyes. I do a lot of graveyard photography. I'll show you some of that here in a minute, but this picture here was actually taken with a Nikon D3000. This is probably one of my most favorite pictures. It was taken completely on accident. I was actually doing an event for Club Vampire, and she just happened to sit on this hard plastic yellow couch, and because you can't really see her face, it makes her more anonymous. And it makes it more timeless because now the picture just kind of conveys sexuality and lust and beauty, and you know, you're not really focusing on a particular raw, well-defined subject. It becomes very ethereal, very abstract, and I think that's kind of what drew me to this picture. And like I said, it was completely on accident. I had to keep it, save it. Now these pictures, they always draw and garner a lot of attention, but they don't really get as much negativity as I would imagine they would. They're actually well received. I know a lot of people like the manga stuff, but that's not really what this was about. This was actually part of a zombie shoot, and I don't know, it just turned out extremely powerful. There's just something that evokes raw emotion. Some people would be, I thought, would be really offended by this stuff, but honestly, people say that it conveys a very strong message, and I tend to agree. This is from the exact same series, just a different angle, a little bit different lighting, and I tried to make the lighting look as if it was from maybe like a street light. This is also in the creepy cellar, but it is on a completely different wall. Very, it's a brick wall, but it used to have a lot of weather sealing on the side of it, but now it's really water damaged and a lot of it is cracked and fallen off. It just makes for a very interesting texture on that wall. So I wanted really harsh lights, and I wanted a really strong visceral reaction to it, and everyone that has ever seen it is just, they've absolutely loved it. So like I said, I've also done some graveyard photography, and I did try my hand at HDR. This just happened to be one of my favorites, and it's got that very life and death kind of theme going with it. You know, you've got these absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, you know, 300-year-old trees surrounded by all this death, so it's got that juxtaposal message going on there. A lot of people dig it, and I've seriously thought about printing these out and selling them, but honestly, I've never sold any of my work. I do like to take pictures of some signage from time to time. This one I happen to find on some railroad tracks. I just love the textures, all the little giblets of things and suches around the subject. The sign itself was amazing. We get to this one is again of my girlfriend. This one was very much in the spirit of Hitchcock. I absolutely loved his shower scene, and I wanted to, in some way, shape, or forms, pay homage to the man. My girlfriend was totally down for it. She hopped in the shower. I wanted her to put the water a little bit on cold so that the goose pimples were all over the place. And the makeup is running. It's just very disheveled. I don't know, there's just something about these types of photographs that just go wow to me. So I hope you guys agree. This next is a self-portrait, once again, vampire in theme. This picture was taken at the direction of me, but it was actually done by my girlfriend. She did a great job. This photograph was taken with a Nikon D3000 about maybe 2.5 years ago. And I think it was done fantastically. I absolutely love this picture, and everyone that's ever seen it has always been very impressed with it. And I have to give kudos to the girlfriend for taking the shot. I would have never been able to have gotten this shot all by myself. Once again, I love masks, and the gas masks always have a very strong reaction from people. This is a friend of mine. Her name is Gypsy. And she came over one day. It was a drunken Wednesday. She goes, "Hey, I picked up an Israeli gas mask for like 25 bucks or something." And I was like, "Awesome, let's take some pictures." I set up one light and just side lighted her. I took about 10 shots. This just happened to be my favorite one out of the bunch. And it has gotten so much attention. Everyone loves this photograph. So I've seriously thought about maybe printing a few of these out and actually selling them. I don't know, most photographers are kind of weird about that kind of stuff. Again, we've got the mask thing going on. This is very, Phantom of the Opera, but a lot of people love this stuff. They love it, love it, love it, and it was just perfect. There's just something about the eyes being obscured. It's so powerful to me. And this is probably one of my most favorite graveyard pictures. Just found this raggedy old cross laying on top of this headstone. It was just completely man-made. They had taken their rosary beads and put electrical tape around it to secure it, and they had nailed the rosary cross on there, added a bunch of twine to kind of hold it all together. And once again, it's that religion thing. I don't understand what makes people go through all the effort and the work, but they made this amazing, iconic cross, and I just had to capture it. It's probably one of my it's probably the favorite of my religious icon photographs.
So there you have it, folks. That is my kind of artwork. That is the kind of work that makes me happy. I actually enjoy a lot of that type of photography, and I know that the audience is not as big for this kind of thing, but it is growing. I mean, we've got like Inked magazines, we've got the Suicide Girls, and we've got a lot of interest in zombies and vampires and werewolves and the whole thing. Well, those are the kinds of things that really bring joy to my life, even though they're pretty dark and obscure. But I hope you guys found all this information useful and handy. I would love to hear your all's comments. Please put those down in the comment bar below, and be critical if you will. I don't mind that at all, because I would do the exact same thing for you guys. So come be our friends and our pals over on Facebook and Twitter, and also don't forget to follow us on via.me. They actually sent me my t-shirt. It was very nice of them. They also gave me this really awesome little sticker that I don't really know where I'm going to put yet, so I've got to find a decent place. But via.me has really been a great help, and it's exposed us to a lot of other photography loving fans, and I can't say enough good things about them. So I hope you will join us again next time right here on the Photo Video Show. I'm your host, Mark Puckett. I'll see you guys again next time.